Okay, the way laws are written can make them hard to understand, but it also makes it easy to manipulate. Now, you can change a word or two and it means something else. Or like this guy, you can use just part of the law, the part that seems to validate what he says, what he's saying, and then stop right there. There is much more to it. I'll show you why he stopped. Now I'm going to put these creators like this one here, I'm going to put them on notice. Make a video that manipulates the law, I will call you out. Misrepresent the law, I'll make a liar out of you. Misinterpret the law, and I'll make a fool out of you. Please like and share so more people can see how foolish these creators are. Subscribe so you can watch as I call them out one at a time. Now let's get started. Now I didn't start at the beginning, I just want to get to the meat of this one where he starts citing the law.
Show you. So let's get into it. So make sure you grab it. So let's go into chapter 1, and I'm gonna show you the first page, right? So not the first page, but the first law I'm talking about is called it's right here, the law of privacy, right? So 15 U.S.C. 1681, right? We're gonna go to 602 and number 4, right? So there's a need to ensure that consumer reporting agencies exercise their great responsibility with fairness, impartiality, and a respect for the consumer's right to privacy. I'm gonna say that again. And a respect for the consumer's right to privacy. So remember, you have the right to...
Okay, yes, everybody has the right to privacy. But as anyone knows, when you fill out a credit application, whether it be for a credit card, car loan, mortgage, whatever, you fill it out, and before you sign it, there's this box that says, by signing, I give my consent for them to access my credit report. And you sign it, that gives them permission. So privacy is not an issue here. You give them permission right there.
Privacy. Also, permissible purpose of consumer report is, right? Consumer report. So 15 U.S.C. 1681, section 604A, right? Number 2. So I'm gonna go ahead and read the first section. Subsection, subject to subsection C, any consumer reporting agency may furnish a consumer report under the following circumstances and no other, right? In accordance with written instruction of the consumer to whom it relates, right? So without written instructions, and they can't furnish a credit report, right? So the next law we'll read.
Okay, hold on here. Now let's just pull up that law, okay? Where is that? Oops, sorry. Okay. Now what he did here, I want that one here. Okay. He says 604 permissible. Okay, 604 permissible purpose of consumer reports under Title 15 U.S.C. 1681 B.A.2. Okay, he just went right to 2. Okay, it states in general, subject to subsection C, any consumer reporting agency may furnish a consumer report under the following circumstances and no other. Now he went right to 2. Okay. In accordance with the written instructions of the consumer to whom it relates. And that does say you have to have written permission, right? But what about number 1? Because this is another reason they can furnish the consumer report. In response to the order of a court having jurisdiction to issue such an order, or a subpoena, issued in connection with proceedings before a federal grand jury. Okay, so they don't need a written permission for that. Or how about 3? Now this one's the big one here. To a person which it has reason to believe, A, intends to use the information in connection with a credit transaction involving the consumer on whom the information is to be furnished, and involving the extension of credit to, or review or collection of an account of the consumer. And then it's got B, C, D, E, F, with more subsections, but right here is the most real important one. If somebody wants to, it has a collection account on you, they can get your report. It says it right here. If they want to extend credit to you, they can do that. They don't need your written permission. They want to review it. They want to give you an increase in your credit limit, or even decrease it. They can check your credit report to see if you still qualify. So by taking just this one line, that stops right there. Okay, so by taking this one line out of here, let me just read the whole law. Well, not the whole law, but this is section 604. Okay, this is just the one section, and it says all this. This is all 604. That's it. All that's 604, and he takes one single line because it says written instructions in it. What about the rest of the law? Does that not pertain to anybody? Did they write it just to write? No. Because there's other instances where they can get it without having a written permission. Thought I'd make a liar out of him, like I said I would. Continue, sir. Come on. Okay. Continue.
And third law, which is very important as well. Remember, when we looked at our credit report, we saw that in all that inaccurate information. We saw that calendar, right? Calendar, date last active. All that stuff is inaccurate, right? And according to the law, everything has to be 100% accurate, and I'm gonna prove it, right? So 15 U.S.C. 1681, let's see, section 623, responsibilities of furnisher of information to consumer reporting agency, right? Page 86 if you have this. And I'm gonna go ahead and go to it real quick. So page 86, let's get it. Reporting information with actual knowledge of errors. A person shall not furnish any information related to any consumer reporting agency if the person knows or has reasonable cause to believe that the information is inaccurate, right? So we already pinpointed that information is inaccurate. We already noticed that the information is inaccurate, and we can use those three laws, and I'm gonna have another law as well. But let's go ahead and show you this backdoor method, so you can go ahead and find off your credit report. So let's get it. Here's what we want to do. We want to go to CFPB, right?
Okay. Sorry, I couldn't get that damn thing to pause. What he was saying about information having to be accurate, that's correct. It does have to be accurate. But he also said that if somebody knowing has reason to believe that it's inaccurate, that they can't report it. Well, let me see here. What does this say? Down here. Duty of furnishers of information to provide accurate information. Reporting information with actual knowledge of errors. A person shall not furnish any information relating to a consumer to any consumer reporting agency if the person has reasonable cause to believe that the information is inaccurate. Okay, reasonable. I'm going to get rid of this here. Hold on. For the purpose of subsection A, which is this, okay, the term reasonable cause to believe that the information is inaccurate means having specific knowledge other than solely allegations by the consumer, meaning my dispute. It has to be more than that. That would cause a reasonable person to have substantial doubts about the accuracy of the information. They can't just excuse me. They can't just take your dispute and say, okay, well, it's inaccurate, and then take it off. That's not how this law works. They have to have other knowledge, other than what you're disputing, from somewhere else. They have to verify it. That's what it means. They have to verify it. According to him, all you got to do is send in a letter and say, I dispute it, and it's gone. It doesn't work that way, sorry. Just thought I'd make a fool out of him. Now,
click on CFPB. I'm going to go ahead and click on consumer submit a complaint, right? So click on submit a complaint, and it should look like this. And what we want to do is go ahead and make it a little bit bigger, right? So we're going to go ahead and make it a little bit bigger. And we're going to look for start a new complaint. Once we click on start a new complaint, this is going to pop up. So what we want to do is go ahead and don't have a username and password. You want to go ahead and create an account, and I'm going to show you what to do next.
Fast forward a little bit.
So
because
once you create an account, it's going to be like a start a new complaint or start a new complaint at the top, like a little blue button. You're going to click on that, and then after you click on that, you're going to pop up to that. We already tried to fix this problem. You already know we already tried that.
Yep, tried it with manipulating the law.
On next, and then I'm gonna show you what to put. So right here, I'm gonna go ahead and give you everything you need to put in the description box, and then go ahead.
Sorry,
and do
I mean
that. So
the
first
stupidity
thing
is stupid. I mean, funny.
I'm gonna grab it for you real quick.
Grab it
Remember,
for
we're
me.
gonna put those laws and everything. I'm gonna read everything real quick for you, so
Okay.
we can go over what we're talking about. So, in accordance with the Fair Credit Reporting Act, the list of accounts below has violated my federally protected consumer rights to privacy and confidentiality under 15 U.S.C. 1681. Right?
Okay. Actually, no, it did not, because your signature gives them permission. So privacy is not an issue. And then 15 U.S.C. 1681, Section 602A, well, that's the privacy one, okay, not an issue. And this one, 604A, Section 2, states a consumer reporting agency cannot furnish an account without my written instructions. Well, we disproved that already, because there's a lot more to the 604 than just this one line. 1681C, A5. See, he just goes right to one specific thing, and there's so much more to it. States no consumer reporting agency may make any consumer report containing any of the following items of information. Any other adverse item of information other than records of convictions of crimes which antedates the report by more than 7 years. Wow. Now, he's going to make you, or try to make you believe that this says they can't put any other adverse items on the report. It's wrong. You can't put an adverse item.
Remember,
shut up.
Account name and account number.
Thank you. This is not what they're not saying, that they can't put adverse items on your report. This is saying that after 7 years, it comes off automatically. You can't report something older than 7 years. That's what that means. And then this one, okay, this one was about the person having reasonable cause to believe that the information is inaccurate. And we just proved that, or showed the true meaning of that also. But we'll let him
number, right? So
look
I have an
foolish again.
example. This is example, right? This is not what you're gonna put. This is just an example for so I can show you what I'm talking about. So the account name, and then you're gonna put the account number.
He thinks
right
everybody's
here.
as stupid as he is, but we're going to actually put that on there.
Every last negative account, you're gonna list it on here. I don't care if you have 10. I don't care if you have 15. I don't care if you have 20. I don't care if you have 50. Right? I don't even care if you have one. Right? You're gonna list every last one of them on here.
You do
right?
that and see what happens.
Time is very valuable, and we don't have time to waste with the credit bureau. So we list all the negative accounts. We're not gonna do.
Okay, let me just say this real quick, okay? Why is there never enough time to do it right, but always enough time to do it over? And do it over you will be if you follow him.
Hard inquiries right now. Remember, I'm gonna show you something else with the hard inquiries, but we'll list all the account names and account numbers right here, and then we're gonna go ahead and list the laws, right? 15 U.S.C. 1681, Section 6028 states that have the right to privacy. Also, 15 U.S.C. 1681, Section 604A, Section 2. Also state a consumer reporting agency cannot furnish an account without my written instructions. Also, 15 U.S.C. 1681, Section 15 U.S.C. 1681 A5. Section
Oh
states
my
no
God.
consumer reporting agency may make any consumer report containing any of the following items of information and other adverse item of information other than records of convictions of crimes which antedates the report by more than 7 years, right? Also, 15
Also,
just read these, 15 U.S.C. 1681 S2A1, a person, just in case, like if you don't
Which
have
way did he go,
that,
George? Which way did he go?
Also, look at the law as well. A person may not furnish any information related to any consumer reporting agency if the person knows or has reasonable cause to believe that the information is inaccurate, right? So here go the laws you're going to have right here. And you got them right where you want them. And then if you want to, you can publish it. If you don't want to, it's up to you.
And when you just thought you couldn't get any worse.
These accounts, right? Delete these accounts, right? Immediately, ASAP, whatever you want to put, right? ASAP, immediately. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to also have this in the description so you can go ahead and get a copy of it. So make it much easier.
I wouldn't advise it.
Put the account name, account number, make it different, right? Of course, it's going to be different. Everybody's different. You can attach documents if you want to show them that the inaccurate information. If you want to, you don't have to. You can make a copy, but we're going to go ahead and click on next. Now, once we click on next, here's what's going to populate, right? You're going to put Equifax, right? Equifax. You should
Oh,
populate
jeez.
Equifax Information Services, LLC. You want to put your last
Okay.
date of
He
birth,
does this
name as
with
appears on
all
credit
three of the
report.
bureaus.
Click all three of these because sometimes they
Like
highlight
fast
they don't
forward.
have your we just did turn Equifax. I'm gonna go to Experian Information Solution. Yes, I tried to fix the problem. Remember, social,
Right.
date
Yeah.
of birth, name as appears on your credit report, right? You're gonna list all that, right? And then also, you're gonna go ahead and click on I have tried this again, and you want to go to TransUnion, right? So
I thought I fast forwarded past that one too.
Thumbs up.
Sorry.
TransUnion,
Same
and
shit.
then you want to go ahead and click on TransUnion. This one right here. Yes, I'm trying to fix this problem. Last one, date of birth, name as appears in your credit report, right? So after you click that submit button, here's what you want to do next. Make sure you get the complaint number. It should be in your email, but you can also go back in the next 14 to 15 days and also take the results and start seeing those accounts come off like clockwork. But you're probably wondering how you're going to remove the hard inquiries. All I want you to do is
Okay. When he's disputing it through that one website, when he tells you to put the creditor, the account number, all the information, blah blah blah, what he's doing is putting all the information that's being disputed. I mean, word for word. And like on Equifax, the last payment date will be different than the one on TransUnion and the one on Experian, and that happens a lot. Probably happens to almost all the credit reports. Why it happens, I don't know. They don't communicate with each other, but so that happens, and so that makes it incorrect or inaccurate. But you tell this company, BP or whatever the hell it is. So what they're going to do, by law, they have to contact the credit agency, the reporting agency, and let them know that this is being disputed. So they send them the information. They see what you're disputing. So now all the credit agency has to do is take that, call the original creditor, and say, okay, when was the last payment on this date? Wow, just updated all three reports. Just because it's disputed, and even if it's inaccurate, they don't have to take it off. It's not deleted automatically. They have a choice: delete it or update it. You give them the information to update it, that's what they're going to do. And I was looking at all these. He's got 3,675 comments, and I was going through them, and every one of them is like a positive. Every one of them. And that's why I decided to start doing these videos, because I left a comment on here too, saying what I've been saying in the video here. But I don't see mine on there. It's been deleted. And I'm sure every other one that questions it or brings concern to it, tells the truth, has been deleted also. Because there's no way I'm the only person that read the entire law. So, he's a fool. And I'll leave it at that. But I called him out, made him look like a fool. I used the law as it's written to show you that what he's saying is not correct. So I think more people should know about how these people operate. So like and share this and let other people know. And please subscribe. I thank you for your time.